Tennessee, I hope you've been enjoying this Thursday so far, especially as we see those temperatures continue to rise. Already in the lower to mid 50s as we reach past the lunchtime hour, and we're going to continue to see beautiful temperatures in the height of the afternoon, getting into the upper 50s area wide with a whole lot of sunshine. The only downside is as we get later into the night, we do see those temperatures dropping. You see already at freezing by 2 a.m. and lows tonight going to be getting down into the upper 20s. So definitely make sure you are staying warm in those nighttime hours. But as we finish out the work week, or really the end of this week period, beautiful conditions. Temperatures continuing to stay in the mid to upper 50s and a good bit of sunshine as well. Saturday in particular is going to have some increasing cloud cover ahead of some rainfall that we may see as we go from very, very late Saturday night crossing over into your Sunday and really the entirety of your Sunday. High pressure right now is holding down beautiful conditions in the Midwest, the Mid-South and the Mid-Atlantic. Meanwhile, we're watching cloud cover start to approach from our west and our south. We're going to be making room for a frontal boundary as that high pressure moves off into the east, bringing some rainfall coming out of the plains. As we cross over into your Saturday at midnight, that's when we start to see that development, but it takes a little bit of time before we see real rainfall coming into the state of Tennessee. As of right now, it looks like as we get into your Saturday evening, we see some of that rain reforming along Middle Tennessee, but also some more as you get into parts of Alabama and Georgia. But that's not from this frontal boundary. There's a second system that's going to be entering the fray, a cutoff low pressure system coming out of the south, and a surprisingly strong one as well. You can see that from the heavy rainfall that's going to be coming onto parts of southeastern Georgia and South Carolina, but also from this really tight pressure gradient, those white lines. That'll signify that there are also some gusty winds that are going to come along with this. So as we wake up on Sunday morning, we are going to be experiencing that rainfall, and then it's going to continue to move off to the east. I'm going to switch off to our lower resolution model because it can stretch a little bit further in time. We continue to watch this low pressure system travel up our east coast states, particularly the Carolinas, and it doesn't quite look like the low pressure center will make it into East Tennessee, but we could get some of that heavier rainfall, primarily in northeastern Tennessee and parts of the mountains and foothills. So that's what we're watching as we get into your Sunday night. Some wraparound moisture as we get into your Monday morning, and then as we hit Monday night, if there's still moisture left to use and we see that colder air sinking into the region, we can maybe see a couple of flurries as we get into our higher elevations. Very far away to say that for certain, because again, the timing of the leftover moisture and the cold air is going to be something we're waiting to balance. However, it's going to be a lot of rainfall. We have some flood potential as we get into much of the valley, that level 1 and even level 2 in northeastern Tennessee, along with the Carolinas, for rain totals that are going to be upwards of 1 to 2 inches. You see even greater totals as you get into the coast of the Carolinas, Georgia, and Florida. That's upwards of 3 inches or greater. Here in East Tennessee, though, our highest totals are, of course, going to be further off towards the east. So maybe upwards of 2 inches as we get into the southern valley and the mountains and foothills, and continuing to stay around 1.5 inches, maybe 1.25 inches as you continue to make your way out towards the west and the plateau, which is great news, and we'll take it because we are still seeing some parts of drought on our monitor. This is the latest one that released today, and it looks even better than the one that we had last week. We saw some of the extreme drought that was in the southeastern Tennessee begin to disappear. We still have this little strip though as you work your way into the plateau. We see that level 3, the severe drought in this orange, beginning to again recede further to the west and the south, and we're even seeing that pullback out of Knox County. Even this little blip little blip here, we've got a little spot of just that level 1, abnormally dry conditions as you look into northeastern Tennessee. So things are getting better, and that's thanks to December just being a much wetter month than what we've seen over the entirety of the fall. Now, as we get behind all of that, we are going to be seeing some cooler temperatures next week. You see down into the lower 50s, even mid 40s as we hit Tuesday.